Hey movie lovers, moviebuffers 29 come out with another video. So today I am diving into Wicked, which came out today. It is such a great film adaptation of the musical, with Ariana Grande as Glinda and Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba. Now I have to admit, I've never seen this musical before, but so this is my first Wicked experience, and I have to tell you, it did not disappoint. We'll watch. And spoiler alert for those who haven't seen it, there will be some spoilers on here. So if you haven't seen the movie, don't watch my video. This is only for those who've seen the movie or want to get a little sneak peek on what they're about to see. But let me just tell you, can we just talk about how visually stunning Wicked was? From the graphics to the CGI, they were both absolutely amazing. Having animals as professors, as Wiz or as Shiz, that was so cool. I really liked the professor from the movie. It was great from the opening to the end of the movie. It went by so fast. I can't believe that the movie's about a little over 2.5 hours long, and it was so cool. It was so cool, and time just went by so fast. The visuals were such a true masterpiece, and the way that they brought Oz to life with vibrant colors, mystical creatures, and magical effects, it just had me in awe. I felt like I was stepping into a completely different world, and a world that I wanted to stay in for hours, because trust me, who wouldn't want to go to Shiz? That sounds like a great school that you could learn a lot and make good friends and, leave your mark on. And I feel like, when we first met Glinda, that's why I felt like she left her mark, or they know who she is, and she's well loved and popular, and they think that she helps everyone. So it was really cool just seeing kind of like that social aspect of the school and what you could be experiencing if you do go to that school. So, and let me just talk about Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba for a minute. Oh my gosh, she was absolutely phenomenal. From her fierce determination to her vulnerability, she truly brought Elphaba to life in a way that was both raw and powerful. And this is my first time ever hearing about Cynthia Erivo, and her voice, oh my gosh. I could tell why she was picked as Elphaba, because her voice really just fits that character. That raw emotion, and that woman can sing. Hands up if you're with me. That Cynthia Erivo can sing. And at the end of the movie, when she was singing Defying Gravity, oh my gosh, that made me cry. I don't know if that made you cry for those who've seen it, but that made me cry. She owned every single note. You could feel the emotion, the rebellion, and the freedom in every line that she sang. And she was one of the biggest highlights of the movie for me. And I have to say, I can't wait to see part 2 next year, which actually comes out November 21st, so just a year from now. So hopefully it will go by so fast, because I definitely can't wait for part 2 to see how it ends. And when she was singing the finale of Defying Gravity, oh my gosh, I remember hearing that from the trailer, but I did not know that was the finale, and she was just flying over the castle, making the power outage. Oh my gosh, I literally gave her a standing ovation. If I saw that at a musical and someone was singing it, I would do the same thing, because to have that raw, powerful, emotional voice that really just captivates, you felt yourself as Elphaba. She lived a hard life, being green, and she had the chance to go to Shiz and to work with someone who she thought was great, and to help her with her magic, her powers, and things like that. So I can't wait to see how we know how it ends, but I really want to know how part 2 will get to the point where she became the Wicked Witch of the West. So. And Ariana Grande, oh my gosh, she played Glinda so well. She was so funny. I have to admit, when she was cast, I was kind of curious how she would bring this iconic character to life, because Billy Burke played the original Glinda in the 1937 one with Judy Garland, and I know Kristen Chenoweth played Glinda in the Broadway musical, and so it was really cool, because her and Ariana Grande, were in Hairspray Live together. I think they played Oh, the villain. I don't know if she's a villain, but I forgot her name. Oh, the Van Tassels, I think. But yeah, it was really cool, just seeing Ariana Grande as Glinda, and she did amazing. Her angelic voice, and she sings high. I did not know how high she could sing until I saw this movie, and it was really cool because it showed us how balanced Glinda was, and sometimes she's ditzy, and she just provides that depth for her character. And then by the end of the movie, you could see how much she had grown. And her performance of Popular was so funny. I loved it. It was such a cool twist on it because I've heard the song Popular. I know Ariana Grande did a song Popular on one of her albums in 2013 with Micah, and I know that Glee did an episode in season 6 where I think it was Kurt and Rachel were singing Popular for their getting ready for their Glee audition because it was like the last 2 episodes where went back in time to show us how 2009 was, kind of like the sneak peek. But I have to say Ariana Grande did amazing. It was such an emotional, it was such a funny moment for her character, and she really brought something special to that role, and I have to give her a round of applause. So. And then the evolution of Glinda and Elphaba's relationship. I know in the beginning of the movie, she was happy that the Wicked Witch of the West was dead, and then someone asked her the question, you know, like was it true that you two were friends? And that's when we went back to when they went to Shiz, and then how they became friends, or I guess they were enemies and they were friends. And it was such a cool way to show how strong the relationship was from the beginning, or from the middle to the end. Because in the beginning they hated each other, but until they saw that once they saw the truth in their personality, they knew that they have the same dreams and goals, not dreams and goals, but they have the same persona, if that makes sense. At the start, they're total opposites. Glinda as being that popular, self-absorbed socialite, and Elphaba, is that misunderstood outcast. And I really felt bad for her in the beginning. She lived a hard life, especially like I said earlier. And then I think her sister was getting more special treatment than she was, and I just thought that wasn't right. She can't control who she was. She was born like that. She has these powers. Like, what do you want her to do? She's not gonna denounce it. She wants, I tell her she wants to find a way to harness her magic and still be able to blend in with society. And that's what I thought of them. So, but it was really cool because as the movie goes on, you kind of see their bond shift from rivalry to friendship. And it was like I said, the song Popular, it was such a fun number when she was giving Elphaba a makeover, and Ariana Grande was just like killing it, and they both were killing it. So, and then yeah, like I just love their emotional, deep, and shared connection that we were able to experience, and it was so cool. Now let's talk about the music. I've heard some of the songs from it. I know I've heard Defying Gravity, mainly from Glee. That was my first time hearing about the musical. And then with Popular, because from Ariana Grande and from Glee. And that's the only songs that I've known. So it was really cool to be able to hear some of the other songs from the musical, because that's my one musical that I really want to go to. I really want to go see Wicked, and I hope Wicked comes out soon. So, or it comes to like a theater somewhere here. So hopefully, but I'm just going to talk about some of the best songs and my top 3 picks from the musical. My first one is No One Mourns the Wicked, which is the opening number, and it was really cool because it set the stage to everything, how, the Wicked Witch was dead and everyone was just celebrating, and, it was really cool. It set the stage for everything. And then The Wizard Eye, which was Elphaba's song. Oh my gosh, like I really started crying after she sang it. Like like her emotional voice and her powerful voice, it was so cool. And of course, my last pick is Defying Gravity. She knocked that out of the park, and I have to say the visual settings on that scene were mind blowing. And when you see that, you will know. Oh, like it just just that whole atmosphere. Like I was so afraid that like I felt bad for the Wicked Witch of the West because she was treated like she knew something was wrong and she tried to fix it. But now they're blaming her now, saying that she's the enemy, but she's not. She's just misunderstood. She really wants help with the the animal professors teaching at Shiz because she really liked that professor and they became good friends. And she just really wants the wizard to fix it. But since she found out that the wizard was part of it, really shows that she couldn't trust anyone. And it was great that she didn't let that go for Glinda because she really started to like Glinda more, and she really wanted Glinda to join her, and they can beat this together. So it was sad to see their friendship drift apart, but I hope there's a reconnection in the part two, and I know they become enemies towards the end. Dorothy ends up unaliving her, but I just really want the friendship to grow, even though I know how it ends. But but yeah, so No One Mourns the Wicked is my first pick, my first choice. Wizard Eye is the second, and then Defying Gravity is the third. It was really hard because I love them both, and I was going to put Defying Gravity for number one, but I really did like No One Mourns the Wicked. I thought it was beautifully done. So, so only thing that I have to critique about this film is that it dragged on a little too long. I was really nodding off a lot of time. I was tired too, but it was like I was like falling asleep at some point. It felt a bit slow, especially in the middle section, and it just not too much of a critique, but those moments were just few and far, but the setting, visual, and emotional performances really kept me engaged. And once I found out what was going on, I was invested. I was watching it till the end, and that was like I said, that was a long movie. But after like an hour and an hour and a half into the movie, I was dead set on getting watching it till the end. So that was cool. And I have to say, the epic finale, the ending, where she's hovering over the wizard's palace during the finale. Oh, that scene was nothing short of epic. The way she soared above Oz, defying everything the wizard stood for. It was such a powerful moment. That's when that rebellion started. That's when she knew something was wrong, that the wizard isn't who he said he was. And she tried to get Glinda to see that. But I know where Glinda's coming from. It's a huge change, and I don't know if she's ready for change. So I understood why she stayed. But I really wanted to see her and Glinda and Elphaba just ride off together, and to find a way to stop the wizard and his evil plan for these animals. But yeah, it was like the visuals, the music, the choreography. Oh, it was something truly memorable. You could feel the tension, the power, and the liberation in the moment. It was absolutely marvelous, and definitely one of the highlights of the film. And like I said, I could go on forever on this movie. And another thing that I wasn't really fond of was the two of Glinda's snooty friends. They were so annoying. I couldn't really match their vibe. I just thought that they were just a backdrop for her character, and they really didn't add anything to the story. But hey, that's just me. Maybe some of you liked them more than I did, but I just couldn't stand them. I thought like, oh my gosh, like I don't know why they were there. And just the fact that they were making fun of Elphaba in the beginning, and then saying, oh yeah, she's really cool. But I don't know. Like I don't know what your thoughts are, but I really did like Glinda's two friends. I forgot their names because honestly I don't care about them. So. But my final thoughts is, I thought Wicked was beautiful. It's a beautiful, magical masterpiece. Both Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande absolutely crushed their roles. And I still sing the music from yesterday. And I mean, like I said, there was a couple moments that dragged on, but they were easily overshadowed by the stunning visuals, the performances, and the epic finale that I talked about. And if you're a fan of the musical, or if you never seen it before like me, I definitely recommend giving this a watch. It's a journey through Oz that you won't forget. Whew. That was a lot, I know. But I have to say I loved it, and I hope you all go see this movie. because you will like it. I know there might be some, different of opinions, but I just would say just watch this movie. Even if you don't like musicals, even if you don't like Ariana Grande or like musicals in general or Wizard of Oz, but I would recommend you watching this and tell me if that changed your mind or if you liked it. But yeah, let me know what you think if you've seen it. Leave me a comment below if you've seen it, and let me know your thoughts because I really want to know everyone's thoughts because I just love musicals, and Wicked was the first musical that I ever wanted to see and never had a chance to get to. I was close, but those tickets were so expensive. When I lived in Arizona, I could not even go see it because it was like hundreds and hundreds of dollars that I didn't have because I was getting paid well. So, but yeah. But yeah, let me know what you thought about this review. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment with your thoughts on the movie. Did you love it as much as I did? Let me know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. This is moviebuffers 29 signing out. See ya.